Hi. Okay, so Facebook Live, what's on my mind, and YouTube crowd too. Let's talk about the obvious, but people may need reminding, including myself, of this lesson, of what mistakes the masses are doing. Even for us, we are liable to take shit for granted, physical, emotional health, which is more important. Big questions, but let's not answer the question, which is more important, and let's look at it holistically, right? Health holistically, because we are more than just physical beings. We're spiritual beings in a human body, in my opinion, right? We're spiritual beings in a human body, having experience, but this does not mean that we get to neglect physical health. Now, you could argue that emotional health is more important than physical health, and many a time I think this too. Many people would say this. I'm kind of in agreement, you know. I'm physical health mastery. Emotional health I'm always doing in the sidelines, don't get me wrong. It's just it's harder to teach for me. It's not my real shit. I'm physical health. But having said that, this is what I notice, and you'll notice it too. Most of the masses of people out there, it's not like they're working actively on their emotional health. It's not like that, okay? But it's fine. But what I would say is, if I'm going to generalize, I'd say that most people are kind of okay with emotional health. Now, how can I judge that? I can only judge that from my reference point, comparing it with the masses. Now, I definitely wasn't, and most of you guys weren't too, because we are of the people that we went to a dark place, a rock bottom, whether that be physical health, you had cancer, whether you had a serious disease, you had something serious, or with me, maybe had something emotional go on. So mine wasn't physical health, mine was negativity, depression, suicidal thoughts, loop, and serious brain damage. Basically, I fucked myself up emotionally. Now, that's unusual because for most people in society, they don't go that low. Now, I'm grateful, don't get me wrong. That's where I can learn the lessons. But most people have a better emotional health. The masses, you know that Henry David Thoreau quote, the masses of men. What is it? A quiet desperation, masses of men. That's what I'm thinking in my mind right now. Most people out there have sort of okay emotional health. I don't mean they're crushing it. I don't mean they're actually working on their emotional health. I don't mean that shit. What I mean is, generally, their emotional health is a lot better than their physical health. Now, that's not good, because what that means is you don't get to that place of rock bottom, or your emotional health, where you have to work your way up with emotional health and physical health, like I've had to. I had to do emotional health, and then I had to do physical health. I had to do both, and I'm still doing both. It's because of this rock bottom. What my point is, the mistake that the masses make, and how I look at it from my own reference point, and that's the key, because I can only judge from my own reference point and what I see around me, is that people don't go low enough emotionally. They don't get brain damage like myself and like you guys too. I mean, I'm not criticizing because I love you guys so much, but I think most of us, if being honest, we've had a real bad rock bottom. So bad that it woke us up. It's such a bad rock us up. Hey Luca, man, cheers for watching, bro. Yeah. So we've had such a bad rock bottom that we've been forced. Literally, my life journey is I fucked my emotional health up, and I spent years fixing, slowly rewiring bad thoughts and negativity to positivity. And now after 8 years of that, I found, okay, I've exhausted in a way the emotional health, and I want a higher activation. So that's 2.5 years ago. I started doing urine therapy and I started into physical health. Physical health amps the fuck out of emotional health. They both go in synergy. The human body is a feedback loop, mind-body connection. You know, if you look after physical health, the body, it feeds back into the mind and improves emotional health. Likewise, if you were just to do emotional health, that would feed back into the body. But the point I'm making is the masses never get to a point where they're low enough emotional health. It doesn't mean they're emotionally healthy, but I would say, generally, they're not as bad. The masses of men and women out there, their physical health is fucked. That's where they're going wrong. Now, you guys can disagree with me, it's just my opinion. But generally, compared to their emotional health, their physical health is fucked. And let me tell you, even if you're kind of okay emotionally, but your physical health is for shit, this is a problem. And you guys know why. Because you live in a physical... You might be a spiritual being in a human body, but you are in a physical human avatar. As soon as you don't take care of physical health, and it's... You know, say you just work on emotional health and you don't do fuck all for you. Say you're one of those people, and by the way, I know a few examples of that, and I'm observing. I'm not criticizing, it's your mastery, it's fine, but I want people to get all-rounded. Look, say you're working on emotional health, and your physical health don't take care of, that will leave you liable, just like the people out there that end up in hospitals, that will leave you with diseases and cancer, lack of energy, severe problems, because you will die. If you don't take care of the physical health, you are in a physical avatar. if you don't take care of the physical avatar, you poison it, you don't give it nutrition, you don't fast it, you don't do clean pure water for it, you don't do enough sunlight on it. If you don't take care of the physical avatar, it will kill you way before your time. Yeah, it's very obvious. I don't really care if you're working on emotional health, like, you know, oh, I'm Tony Robbins, but don't give a shit about my health. Look at the examples we've got. We only have to look at some of the examples of people on YouTube. Some fat fucking yogi. This might put people off, but this is my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. If you're offended, sorry. But if you look at some fat fucking yogi in India, yeah, who's crushing it emotionally and can teach you how wise he is, you know, and how to block the chakras. But if you look at him, he's got a fucking pot belly, and he eats shit and doesn't do exercise, and he's not fasting, not even intermittent fasting, never grounded, never fasted, never fucking getting sunlight, enough sunlight, eats it. What is it? What's he doing? Like, sorry, bro, you've got to take care of the physical avatar. You're a fat piece of shit, yeah? And I don't mean to judge fat like that. Only fat and obesity is only a very true indication that you have not taken seriously the physical health avatar. If you don't take seriously the physical health avatar, not only will you die early, even if you do live long, you will live in lack of energy, lack of your potential. Your mind won't even be at full function capability, mind-body connection. If you look after physical health, it will help your mind too. It's not all about emotional health, it's both, right? And it kind of, depending how you look at it, sometimes I get annoyed at the masses of men because they don't. And how do we know that the most people out there don't take care of their physical health, even their emotional health is okay? It's not been as bad as mine. The mass out there, they fucking haven't gone to rock bottom like me. They don't take care of physical health. How do I know? Because of doctors, because of big pharma, because of people I see, or with walking sticks at 60, the people I know that are dying at heart attacks and strokes at 30, 40, 50, young people in fucking dying as well from diseases that are type 2 diabetes. People on pre-diabetes, 1 in 3 people is obese around the fucking world. We have more obese people around the world now than we do. What was this? We have more obese people around the world. There's something weird about that. There's more obese people now than people dying of starvation. There we go. There's more obese people. People are dying more from eating too much food than too little food. What the fuck? The message here is you've got to take care of the physical avatar, yeah? Because you're walking around. I don't care if you're one consciousness. Look, underneath it all, yes, we are all one consciousness. But we are living a duality-based system. You might peak your consciousness with psychedelics, with meditation, with yoga. If you work hard, you might have experiences. These beautiful experiences where you come to realize that when you die, we are all one consciousness anyway. But in the meantime, we are living in duality-based system. Man, woman, up, down, upside down, life, death, awake, sleeping. It's all a health, sickness. It's all fucking duality. And you've got to play the game. Because if you don't, this game of life that you're existing in, this avatar, that this game where we got to grow and learn and to help other people and to evolve and to look after the planet, it will end early for everyone that doesn't take care. This is so fucking obvious. Doesn't take care of their physical health avatar. This is the avatar, and it will die early if you don't take care of it. If you don't feed it right, fast it enough, do the exercise, get the sunlight, drink quality water, get into quality air. If you don't do that shit, you will die early. You will be less than your potential. Really fucking stupid. And it's even more stupid if you're a master of emotional health and teaching others, or if you have a mission in life, you figured out your mission, you're doing emotional health. Why the fuck would you cut it shorter by not focusing a little bit on the physical health side? The physical health will kill you. I've had this thought for a long time. It's obvious. The physical health avatar will die if you don't take care of it physically. Yeah? I come at it from a completely different angle. I am here today because of my emotional health. I had to work hard to fix my emotional health. Now I enjoy the physical health aspect of it. I enjoy it. I don't need it to upgrade my consciousness so much with all the shit I'm doing. I do it because I enjoy it. It's fun for me. And also, I know, and I know most of you guys watching too, probably won't end up in hospital 10, 20 years earlier. Probably won't suffering a lack of energy. Probably have your brains on fire right now. You're activating one of your highest potentials, or near enough. And I mean compared to other people. The difference between us and the masses in terms of energy, thought, clarity, how young we look, it's a joke. It's a joke how much of a different, and it's not really something to boast about. It's only because the masses of men ain't taking care of the physical health. That's why we have So many people on Big Pharma, so many people take antidepressants, statins. What the fuck is up with that shit? So many people taking drugs. When you're over 60, you take like 6 drugs a fucking week or something a day. It's like a joke. I've got people on walking sticks. We've got people filling up the hospitals, getting addicted to drugs, alcohol, and all that kind of crazy shit. What a crazy world. People not taking care of stuff. And Robert, yes, I don't know if you're still watching, but yeah, physical health is key, man. Physical and emotional, it's all and one. It's such a great mastery, and you really can make your skin look younger, make yourself look younger, have more energy, enhance your personality. It does so many things. I don't understand why people I see some examples of people looking after emotional health or looking up to other people. I look up to other people that emotionally they've got it and they've got something, you know, they look at the world right, they're, you know, very grateful, emotional health, gratitude, you know, very high vibe and very funny and fun. But their physical health, you just need to look at somebody's weight as one example. You just need to see that they can't even run and the lack of energy, and you know their physical health's for shit. So I don't look at certain people for advice on physical health. I just want people to focus on it, because you're gonna fucking, I don't get it. You have to in my opinion, you have to have your hand in both pies. Emotional, spiritual. Spiritual is just your purpose. Emotional health, to me, emotional health is this. Affirmations, no, even before that shit, you've got to fix your mind. Kind of like cognitive behavioral therapy. That's emotional health number one. That's how I did it. I was thinking wrong, so I had to get the reference experiences of life that you know, when I was saying the world is against me and the world hates me and I hate all people because nobody cares about me, that's the kind of shit, I mean, that I had to deal with emotional health. And that was those kind of thoughts, why God me, why am I suffering, no one likes me, I fucking hate everybody. You know, that's the kind of shit I was up against. I wasn't just saying that once, that was deeply ingrained in my in my brain. Deeply engaged. So deeply, I still haven't fixed that shit now. Yeah, I've still got old patterns running. And all that stuff. That's one of the things that I was up against with emotional health. So I had to fix that. Now, ways we can fix emotional health: affirmations, definitely. Affirmations, visualizations, very important. Gratitude practice. And fourth, probably the most important in my opinion. In my opinion, the most important for emotional health: face your fears. Because when you are in negativity, when you are in depression, when you don't see the world as it truly is, it's only because of fear, and fear, 95% of fear is not even fucking true. Yeah, we know this. Fear is not true. It's all fake. Every fear that we have, we are all afraid, even us guys. Get the maths out there, we're all fucking afraid. 95% of the shit that we're afraid of ain't even true. So the only way to correct the emotional health and the fears, right, which are not true, the only way, the best way in my opinion, you know, affirmations, visualization, gratitude, great. The best way is called action, and it's called facing your fears. Yeah, facing your fears. Your fears are different to mine, or they might be the same, because all of us are afraid of people to some extent. So there's things that we're all afraid of. You know, afraid of speaking up, afraid of what other people think of us, afraid of our friends and family think of us, afraid of rejection from the crowd. Those are all things we have in common, most of us, but they're all different. But the point is, for emotional health, the best way, the way I did it at the beginning, I read a book by Suzanne Jeffers called Face Your Fears and Do It Anyway. Yeah, and I knew nothing about self-improvement. It's one of the first self-improvement books. I didn't even know self-improvement was a possibility. Oh, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, I didn't know there was a thing called self-improvement. I actually believed in something called fixed mindset. There's 2 types of mindset, growth and fixed mindset. I didn't know there was such a thing as growth mindset. I thought in my mind, your personality and who you are is static. As I was going downhill and depressed and more suicidal and more crazy and more dark, I didn't know that I could grow. I didn't even know. And then I read, and then a couple of coincidences happened, and I read the book Suzanne Jeffers, Face the Fears, Face Your Fears and Do It Anyway. And then guess what? I did, and that's how I fixed my brain. Slowly, still not fixed yet, but all the fears that are in my mind, like everybody hates me, I can't trust anybody, you know, fuck the world, fuck people. Those were in my brain. They changed slowly when I started facing my fears, right? Fears to me. And as soon as I started facing my fears, I got reference experiences in my brain that what I was saying to myself, which was deeply ingrained, wasn't true. So like, for example, I was saying nobody gives a shit about me, so I might as well just end my life. Now, as soon as I started facing my fears, I started getting reference experiences that is not true. And I keep doing that, and that's why, in my opinion, you know, it's just my opinion, the most important thing for emotional health is For emotional health imbalances, all of it is this: you are thinking wrong about something. That's where a lack of emotional health comes, in my opinion. So we are abundant. Abundance is your nature. You are born to be happy. You deserve happiness. Health is a possibility for you. You deserve abundance in everything, whether it be money, relationships, physical health, energy, abundance in friends, quality friends. You deserve all that shit. Now, and emotional imbalances and emotional unhealthiness to me is when you think thoughts that are the opposite of abundance. So scarcity, like I did. Nobody cares about me. I've got no friends, and life's not worth living, and blah, 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 and I'm not happy, and I've got no energy. Yeah, that's the point of emotional imbalanced health. So the way to tackle it is to fucking face your fears, get the reference experiences. That's not true. Anyway, I digressed a little bit. I went all around there with emotional health. When I'm meant to be talking about physical health, I'm just saying emotional health is important, but it's the physical health avatar that fucking you carry it around with you. Yeah, it's gonna have an impact. You might be feeling okay up here, like the masses might be feeling okay in their mind. Ish, because I don't think they're emotionally healthy too. It's just that, in my opinion, the masses play it where their physical health is just disastrous. That's where they're going wrong. That's why they end up in the hospitals. They're also making things worse by looking up to deities with white coats called doctors who give them pills that damage their physical health avatar even more. They go to the doctors because they have a problem with their physical health because they haven't studied up or actually don't know what true health is. Now that's the Matrix's fault, you could argue. And then once they got the problem, they go to the deity called the white coat, the doctor, and the hospital. And then the doctor puts a little band-aid on, and it gives you the impression you fixed it. But what it does is the little band-aid from the doctor, whether that be surgery, chemo, fucking the pills, they just cover up the symptoms, and then the toxins go deeper in the body, and then we're going to have bigger problems 5-10 years down the line called chronic diseases and serious problems. So that's never the solution, Big Pharma. Fucking people look up to them, I know. We just have to keep working. I'm not even talking to the masses, really. I'm talking to you guys. You already know this shit, so I'm just repeating information that I'm learning on my journey, by the way. That's why I make these videos. I make them for me, so I can look back in 5-10 years and go, okay, I was at this stage of level. In terms of how I think, I always try to elevate, and I might not think differently in this. I just might go deeper into my mastery of what we're saying here now with the physical health and emotional health. Yeah, I might change, by the way. You know, I'm not saying emotional, physical one's more important. Yeah, you know, I've just noticed, and it's obvious, if you don't take care of the fucking physical health avatar, it will kill off your experience in life. Life is beautiful. We are made here, in my opinion, to grow and to learn lessons in duality and to look after the Gaia and to take back our power and to rise in consciousness and to become more connected with other people. That's why we're here, to help people, and to, especially us as light workers, we are here to spread the light by being us. And that is planting seeds unconsciously in people all around us that aren't woke because they haven't had the chance, because the Matrix fucked up. That's the reason why we are here, in my opinion. Right? And we're examples of physical health and emotional health. You can't help but be an example because you're just here, man. You just exist, and you know, whatever you're doing, if you're doing urine therapy, people see you grounded. You know, people watching you get sunlight half naked with your shorts. That's pretty much planting seeds, whether people like it or not. That's true, right? That's why we're here. And your experience, you're cutting it short. The mass out there are cutting it short because they're fucking not taking care of the physical health body. Look, this is real, yeah? The spirit, whatever you want to call it, one consciousness. Yes, we are all matter. We'll know this. You take psychedelics, you will know that you've had a near-death experience, an OBE, out-of-body experience. You will know there's more than the physical health avatar. But my point is, whilst we recognize that we are more than the physical health avatar, don't get me wrong, we are infinite. We don't need to worry about anything. There's no such thing as fear. You know, we'll just carry on the cycle of beauty and beautification, and there's nothing to worry about. Whilst we're in duality, there's a challenge and growth there. There's opportunities to become more, to learn lessons, because that's what duality is. Good and evil, growth and stagnation. That's a duality-based concept too. We came here on the planet, we were made to experience growth in duality, but what the Matrix is doing, and it's doing a brilliant job, let's be honest here, guys, is that it's set it up right from school, and the parents are brainwashed too. So from kid age, as soon as we go to school, parents, everyone around us, no role models, no one like us around us. For the masses of men, there's no one like fucking us around, is there? To show them the way, to be an example that they're going to remember, like I want to be. So you're set up as a kid as, instead of growth, which is why we came here, to remember who you are, to be the best potential in duality. That's my opinion of why we're here. What happens is people of the Matrix go to stagnation. Yeah, it's duality. This is the thing with duality. You're either growing and learning lessons, or you're getting by and stagnating and choosing not to see, choosing to deny your shadow self. And because life's hard enough, right, in duality, it is fucking hard, by the way, for everybody. I'm being sarcastic, but it's fucking true. So most people are stagnating. They've made a choice not to see reality as it is. They've made a choice. And that's their journey of duality. And our journey is, instead of stagnation, it's growth. Now, it doesn't mean that me and you are perfect and we're growing at the speed of light and I'm perfect with my habits and physical and emotional health. I'm crushing it and I'm just Mr. Perfect. It doesn't mean that. It means that I can take, I can go as fast as I can, but the growth, for us, each of us, it might be slow. It might be slow for us. So it's not always been fast for me. I wouldn't say it's fast now. But it's growth in the duality-based system. Whereas I think of other people, I don't think other people are stagnating fast. I think they're going downhill, stagnating slowly. But whatever means, if you're stagnating in a duality-based system, you're fucking useless. You are one consciousness. You deserve compassion, empathy, because we are all one. But if you're stagnate, whilst we're here in duality, do you think I want to see my brothers and sisters, and I say that metaphorically, brothers and sisters, the stranger on the streets, my brother and sister, do you think I, as a duality-based being, I or you guys want to see people on the street, human beings, my brothers and sisters, suffer? No, I don't. That's what makes me angry, and that's why I want people to grow, and that's why we're here as light workers, because we are on the cycle of, in duality, of growth, and they're not. And it's not that I'm better than you because I'm growing and you're stagnating. It's you're my brother and sister, like the movie Avatar, yeah? We're all fucking one. And I want you to rise up, because what I can do and what we're doing as light workers who've been broken and had to come up, we know what life can be like. If I can fix myself, if you guys can fix yourselves, if you guys can be emotionally healthy and become more and physically healthy from a place that we weren't, guess what? That means our brothers and sisters, the humans out there in the hospitals, the listening doctors can too. That's the whole point. I don't want to see people suffer. None of us do. None of us want to see anyone else suffer. I don't care if I don't know you. You're a human being. I don't want to see you suffer, because I know how hard life is in this human dualistic avatar, especially now, the Matrix. The Matrix, it's so hard life. Debt, money, relationships, and neediness, and life, and stress from work, and doing jobs you don't love, and having bosses, and people, relationships are so fucking tough. It's fucking tough. Wow, I apologise for going on a rant here. I appreciate you guys watching. So thank you very much. Hope you're learning something and making you think. Now, I love it because when we talk about things like this, it could spark, things that it's probably not teaching you stuff you already know. What I'm doing is reaffirming what you already know. And yes, I recognise too, I can learn from you guys. I like to hear your insight. I'm only sharing what I feel at this moment and this stage of my journey, which probably won't change. It will just improve with time. Maybe I'll get more compassionate, and maybe you could say I'm being harsh and judging. I'm just trying to work out my philosophy and mindset and beliefs and where I'm at with emotional, physical health, and why I do what I do, and why I think you guys do what you do. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to work out shit. Do you know anything that I know think I'm clever and wise at? The only reason why I fucking know shit, and I'll be honest, is because I've had to learn lessons. I'm trying to figure out the world. That's all I've been trying to do since I was broken. I was just trying to. That's all I think. I think wisdom comes from suffering, and the wiser and the smarter and the clever you are, it only comes from a place where you've. For me, I can speak. I've been trying to figure out shit. When it all went wrong, I had to figure shit out for myself. So I became smart and self-sufficient, and then I became smart to learn from you guys, learn from other people, and I watch YouTube and Facebook and meet up with people, and it changed your fucking life, right? So it wasn't all just, oh, I'm fucking smart and I'm figuring out shit for myself. At the beginning it was, for most of us, right? It was just us trying to figure it out, but now we can connect and build tribes, and it's really important to build a tribe. This is why Facebook is important. If anyone wants to bash Facebook or YouTube or any of that stuff, you don't get it, and you're using it wrong. You're using it for fucking cheap thrills and entertainment, instant gratification, instead of higher purpose and learning. Yeah, and building relationships. Yeah, it's a very powerful tool. Anyway, let's read. Yeah. programmed, indeed, Poggy. We're programmed to neglect it. How sad. That's why we must be, because then Big Pharma won't exist. Then they won't have profits in hospitals, in doctors. And quite frankly, there is a massive conspiracy, in my opinion, to kill people off early, or at the very least make them live longer, but at the same time be crippled and to have a lack of energy and not to experience, for example, chakra kundalini crowd bursts in your one consciousness, even for a few seconds. I think that's real. These conspiracies, you know. Although I'm not even big into conspiracy anymore, I just know these stuff is real. Or I think they're real anyway, so yeah. Okay. Yeah, and wisdom does come from me. Anyway, thanks very much. To repeat the lesson just a little bit, do not be one of those people that, even if it's all around too, if you're so obsessed with physical health, and then you neglect completely emotional health. Now, you could argue from my Facebook that all I talk about is physical health. That's two reasons. I'm physical health mastery, but you don't realise I spent 8 years doing nothing but emotional health, no physical health work. 8 fucking years, and I'm always doing physical health stuff with the shit I talked to you about. Affirmations, visualizations, gratitude, but more than that, this is the one for emotional health, in my opinion. If you're going to do one thing for emotional health and telling someone how to fix their emotional health imbalances, because all emotional health imbalances is not seeing the world correctly. How do you readdress not seeing the world correctly? Right? I'll tell you how. You face your fears and take action. That is how you change your emotional health imbalance. Because rest assured, you are emotionally unhealthy if you are in a state of depression, negativity, and you just don't want to be here, because that's not the truth and the reality of who the fuck you are. You take action, face your fears, you will see the reality, and you start rewiring the brain for emotional health. It's really important. But, like I said, my gripe at the beginning, my gripe is that people have to remember, as much as you are one love, we are one consciousness. Yes, we are one team. We are great. It's great. We are one person. Yeah. Underneath it all, go and take some drugs. If you don't believe this shit, your friends don't believe this shit, tell them to go and take 10G of magic mushrooms. Go and tell them to take some LSD in a high dose. Tell them to go and take some ayahuasca. They don't believe this shit. Now, that's great. But whilst we're here on the planet 24/7, pretty much you're not going to experience one consciousness all the time. You're in a duality-based system, mate. That means happy, sad, right, wrong, good, evil, and growth, stagnation. So whilst you're here in the human avatar system, with a physical body, you have to take care of the physical avatar, because if you don't, the consequence is very simple. You will die early. You will have a lack of energy. You've got to take care of it. It's obvious, right? It's fucking obvious. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I enjoyed talking to you guys, and yeah, hope you're well. And yeah, quick one, Nick. If you're talking about a guy that's fat, like this guy Yogananda, if he's fat and talking about emotional health and wisdom, doesn't mean I can't learn from him, but he's doing it wrong. Because if you haven't got a little bit of your pot in physical health, if you are seriously physically unhealthy, yet you are mentally, people look up to you for emotional health, sorry bro, that's not right. Because you're not, that's like 50%, if that, of your body you're neglecting. This Yogananda, or anyone that's a pot-bellied fucking yogi in India, he's fucking pot-bellied shit, and everyone looks up to him for because he knows about the chakras and shit. Sorry, bro, I don't respect. In my opinion, I don't respect you, because you have neglected your home. Your body is your home. It's the only house you got to live. You don't get 2 bodies in life. Yeah, you only get one body, and that's either getting healthier physically or getting getting worse. And if you're fat, chances are it's your own fault, and it also means it's God's design. Obesity is, this is how I look at obesity. Obesity is just one obvious sign from the creator that you ain't taking care of your body, so you've got to get your shit in gear. Yeah, it's a warning. It's a fucking warning. It's a warning that you're supposed to clear your act up. You realise how lucky people are to be fat. It's such an obvious warning sign that you're not doing something right. It's creator going, okay, buckle up. I'm giving you a massive obvious sign. You're not taking care of your physical health, not emotional health, physical health. You're not taking care of it, mate. That's why obesity exists. It's an opportunity. Get this. Obesity is an opportunity to grow and to become a physically healthier, happy being. It's a warning sign. Yeah, it's a warning. Some people, if they don't get the warning, and if we don't chastise people for being obese as well, and we show compassion to all of them in the dualistic, if you show compassion to everyone in the dualistic world with fat and say, oh no, it's okay, how the fuck are people going to change? You've got to put pressure on them. You've got to pressurize people. People have got to want it. You've got to put pressure on it. We've got to ostracize in a way, or ridicule, whatever you want to call it. Make people aware that that body shape, obesity, is not right. It's not fucking right. Because do you know why? That's what our creator designed it to say. Our creator designed it as a body shape to let you know you're doing something not just a little wrong. You're doing something majorly wrong, and you will die early, and you will have a lack of energy if you don't die early, and you won't be feeling good inside your body. It's a warning sign. So that's the sign to buckle up. Anyway, thanks for watching, and let's take care of the fucking physical avatar, yeah? I try my best, as you can see. I'm not perfect with everything, but my skin's good, I've got full of energy, I drink pee, I do loads of shit, and yeah, you could, what the point of this is, what I'm doing is available to all. I don't talk about therapies, physical health therapies that are expensive. Most of the shit I do, even if I have a lot of money in the future, hope one day I will have more money and be able to travel the world and do whatever I want with money. I will always be free, you know, physical health is fucking free, man. Urine, sunlight, fasting, grounding, these are all free. These are the great focus of life. That's the way the consciousness designed it. It's all fucking free. So money's not an excuse for physical health either. And I know the masses out there don't like that because they're not in that mindset. They think you need to buy your way to health. Yeah, with expensive herbs, expensive fruits and vegetables, expensive yada yada. You don't understand that shit. So, anyway, right, I will go. Thank you. This has been a long rant, and I enjoyed it. So I appreciate you guys for watching, and have a blessed day. And Pablo, yes, yeah, Jamie, don't listen to them, mate. They can take what they want. Same with me too. It's an upside down world, and you will always get ridicule and people not understanding. That's okay though. You just have to accept it and carry on doing what we're doing and toughen up, because I certainly for myself I've got tough. I'm not perfect, but I'm toughened up because I just know that I feel. You ultimately know when you're physically healthy despite being really thin. You know you're physically healthy because you can feel yourself full of energy, and you remember what it was like when you were bigger and you had a lack of energy and you were eating too much food and stuff. So you know it's how you feel inside your body is almost an indication of how physically healthy you are too. So I feel way more. I mean, it does show signs in I talk quicker too than what I did when I wasn't physically healthy. There are outer manifestations of improving your physical health, but mostly, and this is where people differ a little bit, and people can say, oh, he's not healthy because he's thin. They won't understand that you actually are physically unhealthy. You can feel, it's a feeling inside your body. You feel you have more energy. You feel more limber. You feel more loose. You can do yoga deeper or stuff. So, yeah, anyway, all right. Thank you very much, and